It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. We got Chris Webby, Raw Thoughts 6. I literally just rolled out of bed, but I was reminded by the homie Ty in the DM on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it that this dropped. So I wanted to make sure that I dove into it immediately. The last few that we checked out were crazy. And there's been a lot to talk about since then, which is why I assume this is about a 9-10 minute song. So let's dive in. Let's see what this man's cooking with. 20 years after the cordyceps outbreak brought society to a halt, the United States remained a wasteland. Between Fedra ruling over the QZs, bands of raiders, and the infected, hope seemed a concept long forgotten. When word reached an undisclosed outpost in Connecticut about a potential cure, the smoke group survivors embarked on a journey to find it. This is already wild. This man made a whole storyline out of it. My man found the ooze that made the turtles.
Here we are again. I wish I didn't have to keep writing these songs, I really do. Let me warm up real quick. Another time, another year, another chance to remind these rappers why I'm who they fear. If we're being honest, I've been getting tired of it here. Now it's time to say goodbye and have me sign your souvenirs, cause this Wednesday's the last one. Really? It's a rap, son. 7-year album rollout. And then when that's done, I ain't really got a plan for what be coming next. But before I dip, you know I got a couple left. Get it off my chest, incline press, all in an eloquent way. If you don't move, you might be catching it straight. Low key, lot of rappers biting Webby these days. I'm a proud dad. Who am I to get in the way of all my sons I gave life to? Look at them run. Feels like yesterday I taught them to walk. Now they become so big since I showed them how this shit could be done. Why would I ask for flowers in a game that's giving me none? I'm so independent, I make independent rappers look dependent. I birthed the business model, other people took the credit. So get your shit straight. I've been around since that Piff mixtapes. This ain't fucking clickbait. When I'm on the road, I'm who they paying to see. Night after night, year after year, remaining to be.
I will give him that. This man's been around for a long time. I remember being back in like college. We're talking way over a decade ago, and someone was like, have you heard Chris Webby? I remember hearing his name way back then, but I never really went and checked out his music, not for any bad reasons. I was encompassed in my own shit that I had going on. So this man's been doing this for a minute now. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know that, but it's unfortunate this is really one of the last Wednesdays.
One of the coldest MCs, undebated indeed. They try but can't replicate being as crazy as me. An OG in a game full of puppies and I'm Cujo. Yeah, they got some monthlies. They ain't packing rooms though. They don't know the ciphers where I grew up paying dues. They'll never fit in my shoes. They'll never do what I do. So, yo, the government'll get to killing me already. What the fuck you waiting on? I told you, Hillary, I'm ready. But shit, until they get me, we gon' ride it higher now with the bars, yeah, singing like the Irish side of town. And my mind's derailed like all the damn trains these days. Got me afraid of the rain these days. But the Ukraine these days, yeah, that's what they want us watching. Instead of chemical fires and clouds of dioxins, vinyl chloride killing with the drizzle dropping. Breathing or eating food seeped in toxins, contaminate our crops and the water that we washing. And tell you that it's safe, they some lying motherfuckers. Now it's just another cover up. Really, I mean, what the fuck?
I don't want to pause too much because I'm enjoying this. I want to let my man cook, but the whole train thing is kind of crazy. You don't really hear anything about that train crash and all the stuff that spilled that went into the sky because it's probably died down as far as like all the craziness that was happening. The issue is, yeah, there's probably no immediate results from it. Maybe there was a little bit, but probably not many. And what's going to happen is 5, 10, 20 years down the road when these people start to get cancer or some other, you know what I'm saying, stuff starts to happen to them, no one's going to talk about it. It's going to be so detached from the time that it happened that there's not going to be any coverage. It's just not going to get any attention. And that's what seems to happen with a lot of situations like this. It's unfortunate. Like where I live, there was a company, IBM, that was dumping stuff. I'll say allegedly because I don't know if it ever became like a real whatever, but they were dumping stuff into the grass, like just the chemicals, whatever it was. And then I remember a girl in high school with me. She was in 12th grade. She was a year or two above me. And she ended up having to go through chemotherapy because she had cancer, and people in that little pocket of space were actually getting cancer. It's like It's really, really unfortunate that stuff like this happens, and then it just kind of gets brushed under the rug, and then people get sick, and it's so detached that it just doesn't get coverage. It doesn't get talked about. It doesn't get the attention that it deserves, and then everybody just moves on. Or the company may actually end up getting sued, and that's possible. But the problem is the amount of money they made from doing everything that they did then and all the money they made since then, it's a fraction of what they end up getting sued for. So they ruined lives, killed people, indirectly, and then they end up paying such a small fine compared to how much they make that it really doesn't affect them, and they just go on as business as usual. That's the saddest part about it to me.
All these black rock motherfuckers trying to come for us. Maybe we should come for them. Load and light the muzzle up. Pour some Ohio tap water and fill them up a cup. Straight from East Palestine. Make them all swallow it and drive them to their first visit to the oncologist. 2 years later when the tumors all surface, just to look them in the eyes and tell them that they deserve it. We got Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, all these damn serpents in society lying like they aren't trying to hurt us. The poison us for profit, they've been trimming down our population. Evil is the occupation with the great reset. Prepped and on deck, sheep following sheep. Our country's falling apart, Biden's falling asleep. They put our rights up on the market and they bought them for cheap. While selling fear through propaganda, then they wash and repeat and see. They tell a boy he's a girl, no he's not, he's 8. That I will not debate, let alone tolerate.
That is a fact. Listen, I'm with him on that. There's a lot of, listen, if you want to be an adult and you want to do what you want to do with your life, you do what you want to do with your life. But trying to tell somebody who's like 8, 9, 10, younger, even a little bit old, like, oh, well, maybe this is what you are and we should go through this process. And it's not even a debate for me. I will never, ever get behind that ever in my life. It just makes no sense. I just don't understand how people don't remember being a kid themselves and how many different thoughts that you went through and how many different phases that you went through where you thought one thing and then you get older and you realize, oh, shoot, that. And I remember, like I said before, I was in my teens. Then you get to your 20s and you're like, wow, I was dumb back then. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't understand this. I thought that I understood that. I thought I knew this. And then I didn't. And then you get to your 30s and you're like, well, shoot, in my 20s, I was kind of dumb. I thought I knew that. And like you continue to elevate as you go through life. When you're 8, like, bro, when you're 8, like, I just don't understand. Like, I played with my sister's Easy Bake Oven. I wanted to cook things. It looked cool. Imagine if they were trying to convince me that I was a girl because I did that. Like, yo, well, maybe we should put them through some gender stuff and some therapies. No. Let me grow up and just be who I'm gonna be, and then I'll never get behind that ever.
All these genders nowadays, how do we accommodate? Most of us are just confused. Why y'all gotta call it hate? Canceling is all the rage. Sanity been tossed away. Kids identifying as animals, and we call them brave. But fuck that. I don't care if it's my kid or not. DCF can have them if they shitting in a litter box. Did you get boosted? Well, Charlie Puth did. All these shots fucking with hearts like Cupid. They selling souls to the pharmacists, taking blood money and sucking big pharma's dick. But listen, that could never be Webby. I'd rather die a martyr than be a motherfucking hashtag Pfizer partner. And I'm not saying that you're stupid if you're vaxxed though, Mr. Fiasco. All I'm saying is I am smart. I know that I'm a fire starter, but I tried to tell them all in raw thoughts 5. But let me add, if you got it against your will for a job that'll pay your bills, then your bosses should be in jail. Your doctor should all be and I'm sorry, that's how I feel.
Ooh, I like this part. I forgot that him and Lupe Fiasco did like a see, I don't know if I should call it an X chat thing now or Twitter stuff. I still call it Twitter. They did like a Twitter chat thing where they were talking and stuff and debating their sides on all this stuff. I didn't actually listen to it. If you did, comment below what you guys thought about that. But I like that. I like a little shot. I'm curious if that little shot will turn into a little back and forth. You never know.
Then be a motherfucking hashtag Pfizer partner. And I'm not saying that you're stupid if you're vaxxed though, Mr. Fiasco. All I'm saying is I am smart. I know that I'm a fire starter, but I tried to tell them all in raw thoughts 5. But let me add, if you got it against your will for a job that'll pay your bills, then your bosses should be in jail. Your doctor should all be and I'm sorry, that's how I feel. But they were following orders. You know who else was following orders? Nazi supporters. Fuck all the employers who were ever forcing their staff to be enforced with a jab for a flu that they probably already had.
That's crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I definitely did get myself vaccinated, but I was very much against doing so. The reason why I did it was because I have a friend who I help advocate for and help take care of that deals with a lot of mental health issues, and they were in the hospital, and to go visit, you had to have it. You had to have it, and I could have not have had it, but then I wouldn't have been able to visit them for the year that they were there. And I just felt like they needed me to help support, and you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to be able to help and go in and drop some stuff off for them and all this other stuff. Otherwise, they wouldn't have let me do any of that. And, so I mean, it still was a choice of mine. I could have chose not to. It wasn't like it was my job or anything, but when it comes to someone that you care deeply about and you want to help out and you want to help get them on the right track and you want to support them and let them know that there's still people out here that care about them and they're not alone in all this, you go through something like that. So that's my reason. And it kind of sucks, but that was the option that I had. I didn't get all the extra stuff afterwards, but I had to do what I had to do so I can go and visit. And otherwise, I don't think I would have ever done it.
To keep a job that gives them all that they have. Free country, how the fuck are we even calling it that? Is it like some sick joke? Is it all for a laugh? Have we truly reached a point that we're too lost to get back? Are we body positive? Is it fine to be fat? It's actually healthy according to some scientist stats. But look, Nestle is the company supplying the fat. That's a conspiracy. I'm just not subscribing to that. So get your tinfoil hat and never come back again. Racist colonizer, I will never play your tracks again. Till you say sorry for being white. Not that again. How you blaming me for slavery? Shit, I'm Italian. Only on your mother's side, see? You just fucking lied. Shut the fuck up, yo. Damn, let me fucking slide. Not getting canceled already. It's been a bumpy ride. You expect me to run and hide? Never that. I be ivermectin with it. Yeah, I gave him the remedy. Hit the game with the recipe. Did it safe and effectively. Saw the Grim Reaper just a couple paces ahead of me. But we cut a side deal and dug a grave for my enemies. And the thing about the truth is, they don't let us see. And the thing about the proof is, they keep it from me. Well, the thing about the news is, it's made for dummies. And the thing about the Jews is... Wait, did my song censor itself? Oh, great. Now they'll say I'm anti-Semitic as well. That's all right. And make sure my records never will sell. Say what you will about them, yo, but shit, they clever as hell. Jesus Christ, folks. Are we at the point where as a white guy, I gotta ask if it's fine if I make a white joke? A little extra mayonnaise up on the side joke? A little I don't get pulled over when I drive joke? Lighten up, people. We ain't so different. The two teams now are the compliers and the dissidents. So pick a side. Ain't no time for you to sit the fence. Say fuck this. Refuse to be a participant. Awake yourself from the cloud of cognitive dissonance. Conspiracies are coming true. It's no coincidence. The ones in power banking on us staying ignorant. That's why they hate us when we give a shit. So listen, cause if everybody gave a shit at once, then their game would all be done. If the people united against the few that run the planet, we would take them in a month. I don't know what would come after. After all, I'm just a rapper trying to spread truth while I'm still on earth. And sometimes with the truth, that shit gon' hurt. Last Wednesday, bitch. But before I dip off, I got some people that I gotta piss off first. Webby, raw thoughts.
Yo, this has been wild. This has been wild. I hope that's not the end of it. I'm hoping we get a little bit more rapping. I like it. Aside from just the stuff that he's talking about, the actual rapping was extremely dope. The switch ups and stuff like that part in the forest where hold on, let me go back a little bit. We're at 7 minutes and 3 seconds. I think it's like right around here.
It's made for dummies, and the thing about the Jews is
like the thing about the truth is like the switch ups throughout this entire song were absolutely dope. Absolutely dope. And he's talking about a lot of stuff. I'm gonna be real with you. And it was crazy that I have to feel this way, but some of the stuff he talks about, it's not that he's wrong. And it's stuff that needs to be discussed and it needs to be debated and it should be debated and it should be talked about and it should be elaborated on and people should have an open conversation about this stuff and be able to feel whichever way they want to feel. But you get nervous like, well, if I upload this, is it gonna be not good for my channel? Like, right? Like, it's crazy that you gotta think stuff like that. It's absolutely crazy that you gotta think stuff like that. You gotta worry and wonder, like, is this something that they're going to look at you sideways on and stuff like that? And the same with anybody. I may not agree with every single thing he says, but I agree with quite a bit of it. I'm not going to lie to you. I agree with quite a bit of it.
Fuck Ted Cruz, too. To all my brothers and sisters in the quarantine zones, or anyone else tapped into these frequencies hearing my words, the survivors out there who still have enough fight in them to stand up against the injustice and tyranny of the establishments risen from the shadow of our society's collapse. Fedra and their affiliate groups seek to keep us in a state of dependence as they rule over us, just like the government elites in times of old. We may be lost, our spirits may be broken, but it isn't over yet. My name is of no importance anymore. All that matters is that I have found the cure they've been keeping from us. Anyone looking to seek refuge and help us take the next steps towards a brighter tomorrow, you have a home with us. To those prepared to dissent, now is our time to rise. And to those whose fear blinds them into compliance, it's time to pick a side. If you continue to ride the fence, you will get caught in the crossfire. Because there will be a war ahead, both of the physical and spiritual kind, And if the wrong side winds up on the losing end, it very well may be the last war. So to anyone looking to interfere and try to further subjugate us, Fedra or whoever, we'll be ready.
Whew, hold up. There's a little bit more left. What else we got? Just the credits, maybe? All right, this was wild. These Raw Thoughts go hard, man. We've checked out, I think since like Raw Thoughts 3, I might have checked out all of them on my main channel and went back, but since I've been doing YouTube, I think it's been Raw Thoughts 3, 4, 5, and now 6. I'm almost positive. That, yo, comment below. I'm sure it's gonna get crazy in the comment section. Let me know what you guys thought about this. I'm kind of upset that it's the last Wednesday, he said. That's the only thing that I'm upset about. I mean, I'm upset about a lot of the things that were discussed in the song, but I was definitely upset that it's the last Wednesday. Hopefully, I don't think the beat is too loud. I wanted to talk over it so it can let the credits roll as well, but I appreciate you guys for stopping in. I appreciate everybody that decided to check this out. If you're new here, smash that like button, hit that subscribe. If you used to see me do Webby reactions on my main channel, this is my new channel, Duane Reacts. This is where I do all my reactions going forward. We're on our way to 25K. We're at like 11K now. We just hit 10K like a week ago. So it's moving pretty quick. So I appreciate you guys. Shoot. We're going to have some discussions over this. We're definitely going to have some discussions over this. Shout out to my man, Webby. Let me know what else you guys want to see on the channel, and I will catch you in the next one, homies.
I don't believe in the future, so I just look to my past life. I take all the lessons I've learned and then I create me a moment you can't write. It's different than dreams, it's different than wishing for shit that you see. It's something you build, you gotta shed tears, and if you gon' live it, accept that you'll bleed. This ain't a drill, that's just a beat. This shit is real, cause that's what you need. This is the pill, that is the seat. Take you a moment before you concede. I got a lot of shit waiting on change, but every day wake up and do it the same. I'm sick of my mind, it's out of control. I thought it was fine, but that was a phase. I mean, it's like, I got a chance, why would I blow it? It's all that I have.